Why is it that just when women reach their peak earning power, they seem to lose interest in buying clothes? Research shows their spending on apparel peaks at age 44. So many clothing retailers are seeing a big opportunity here if they can just figure out what will bring these women back to buying fashion. Joining us to discuss is WSJ fashion columnist Christina Binkley and Appreciate.com co-founder Cindy Weber-Cleary. Welcome, Christina and Cindy.
Thank
Great
you,
to have
Tanya.
you. Christina, let me start with you. When researching your WSJ story, what did you find were the main reasons women gave for not enjoying shopping past a certain age?
You know, and I have to say, I counted myself as one of these women. I discovered this while I was doing the research. I think the bottom line is just what you said. It's not fun. It's work at a certain extent. We have higher standards. When we reach mid-age for the kind of clothes that we want, we have a lot more demands on our time. Many of us are working mothers and with busy lives. And we just want a lot of successes coming our way without sorting through the flotsam and jetsam.
Amen. I understand all of those things. So, Cindy, you saw an opportunity here.
I did.
Women with means not buying clothes. So tell me about Appreciate.com and your strategy for reaching these women.
Well, Appreciate is an e-commerce destination for women like us who want to find clothes they love and feel great. I found that shopping was kind of losing interest for me. And I was, I became a fashion editor because I love to shop. Yeah. But I think with the advent of e-commerce, it's wonderful, it's convenient, it's just fantastic if you know what you want and where to find it.
Right.
And even as an editor who does know what I want and where to find it, I can get lost down that rabbit hole for hours and end up not purchasing anything.
Yes.
To compound that, unfortunately, the fashion industry is focused on a millennial much more than my generation or women in between.
Right.
And I feel like at this stage of my life, I have more time. I have more places to go. I have more money to spend.
Right.
And the irony is no one is marketing to me.
Except you are now, which is fantastic. So, Christina, tell us what kind of money, what sort of revenue is at stake for retailers here?
Well, it's one of those things you're trying to measure a ghost because it's revenue that isn't there, but it's pretty clear that it's going to be in the billions. Some of the research that Appreciate did, as a matter of fact, they found that there's $35 billion being spent by women in the top earning brackets, so the top 30% of wealth annually on fashion. That's after they've dwindled away and stopped shopping as much. Sorry. So if they're already spending $35 billion and they're spending less, there's some billions out there. We don't know exactly how many.
Right. Now, isn't it tricky, though, Cindy, to market to an age group without referencing age? Because it's still something that nobody really wants to talk about.
Oh, I wouldn't go to a website that was, for women over whatever. Nobody dresses by age.
Right.
I mean, you don't wake up and say, I'm 58 and I'm going to wear this. It's just a false construct.
How do you address it without addressing it?
Well, you make it clear with the content by the profiles of the women we cover. We don't really talk about age, but you know who you are if you come to this site and who we're talking to.
Absolutely. And Christina, don't many women get more confident as they age? And wasn't there a previous generation for whom the connection between age and fashion deepened the older they got?
That really came home for me. I spoke with Cornelia Guest, whose mother was the famous doyenne of fashion and style, CZ Guest. So she grew up with haute couturiers in the living room every evening. And she was talking about how Cornelia hates to shop. She said it's not fun, it's work, I don't like it, it's difficult. But she said that her mother loved it and spent more after she was 45 than when she was younger. So her mother, CZ Guest, had a totally different relationship with fashion. She felt it was because, Cornelia says it was because there were a lot more fashion designers who were catering to women of that age back then.
Right. So there you go. It sounds like you're talking to a group who's ready to listen. You recently launched. How's it been going so far?
Every indication is great. I feel like women have been so responsive. I was a little nervous at the outset about asking women to pose for portraits for our profiles. I thought they would be a little nervous, given the target audience. In fact, it's the opposite has been the case. Everyone said, thank you for doing this. And I know other stylish women that I can introduce you to. We want it to be inspirational and fun and a nice, clean place to shop without all the noise and distraction and messages coming at you all the time.
Sounds very, very appealing. Now, Christina, of course, there are other retailers hoping to catch this market as well. Who are some of the other big players?
Well, this is the secret. They don't want to be known for marketing to this, right? So it's kind of funny. They want to do it without using that word. But you know, I had lunch last week with the general manager of Neiman Marcus at Beverly Hills. She said that this is a big market for her. It's what she sees as a huge opportunity. There are a lot of blogs out there that are sort of catering to this. Blogs that, of course, are about fashion, fun, and features, and also are selling and linking to sites. So this is a real burgeoning area. But nobody wants to be in the Chico's crowd admitting what they're doing.
It's a big wave. We're catching the wave. All right, Christina, Cindy, thanks to both of you.
Thank you so much, Tanya. Thanks, Christina.